So welcome back, right from the MVP Summit, MVP Campus here in Seattle. We are announcing the featured, pre-selected speakers for the Ninja Summit. Peter Dalmans has given a New Year's gift to 10 people, and you were one of the luckiest, Sami. My name is Frans Oudendorp, and I'm hosting as a Ninja reporter these kind of interviews, and I'm together with Sami. Sami, a short introduction. It is necessary, but let's try to do that. Who are you?
My name is Sami Laiho. I'm a Microsoft MVP in the core Windows group since 2011 and a Microsoft Security MVP since July 2024.
Yeah, but you're in the community for ages, in my opinion.
Yeah, I started my IT career. My current work contract started on the 1st of January 1995. And I've been teaching anything related to IT and security for about 25 years.
Yeah, was it starting with identity or with on-prem AD? What was it?
Yeah, well, I actually was teaching mainly operating systems and troubleshooting and Windows internals and anything related to Microsoft for about, I would say, the 10 first years or even 15 first years.
Yeah.
And then I kind of moved myself towards the security stuff more starting around 2015, so about 10 years ago. So I have a very strong background in Active Directory and all that on-prem stuff. So I would say that it all started with that and then now evolved to, I would say, 99% of hybrid.
Yeah, hybrid. And is that also what you keep passionate about, speaking in the community? Is that identity? Is that more security? What kind of topics can we expect for Ninja Summit? The session is probably not there yet, but what kind of topics can we expect?
Well, I try to stay at a more of a concept level. So I always tell that directories are directories, whether they're Entra ID or AD. I mean, concepts are way more important than the product. Buttons are in a little bit different places for doing things. So I try to stay at the concept level. So I would assume that you will rather hear me talk about concepts than, for example, products themselves.
Yeah.
But that'll be security, and I don't know. Let's see if I'll throw in some Windows stuff. But I would best guess would be that it's probably relating to the overall cybersecurity landscape and current threats and evolving threats and stuff like that.
Yeah, and right before the recording, we were talking right about it. There is something on your hoodie. Admin rights are not human rights. You explained it probably already multiple times, but what's that? Where's it come from?
So actually it comes from, I was working with a very big German company, well, Europe-wise, I would say very big. So around 40,000 users, and we removed admin rights from all of the end users. I've been doing that for my profession since around 2002. And we did that about 2 years ago, and everything's done. The whole project is basically completely done. And at the very end, suddenly one person came to me and just said that we need to cut the project. And I was like, why are we cutting the project? We're done. Well, you have to go to the work council because you're limiting people's rights so heavily. And that's when I was like thinking, like, these are company computers, company employees, company systems. I don't let them install Spotify wherever they want, and now I'm limiting their rights. So I went on Twitter and I just bursted out like, admin rights are not human rights. And then there was like 100 replies like, you need to make t-shirts, you need to make stickers, you need to make hoodies.
And now we're right in Redmond with all the MVPs around, and I see not only you wearing that kind of hoodie, so there are already other people that are consuming that kind of things. So really fun to be here and to see all that kind of things. What from a community perspective, how do you feel your knowledge or experience can positively impact or inspire the workplace Ninja community?
I think as I've been basically teaching and speaking for 20 years,
So long.
25 years, so long, quarter of a century.
Yeah.
So I think, of course, I try to bring the kind of like positive note to all the security stuff. So anyone who's kind of interested in technical stuff on security, but more afraid of people being against your ideas and all that stuff, I try to explain to as many people as possible about how to do this in a positive way. Try to remind people that security is a support function, not the function. And try to kind of like take that a little bit away, that we have this no department at the top who just doesn't want you to do anything, and take them down a little bit, and make this a little bit easier to approach. I have done extensive research on how people learn, and I have this empirical research that shows that people actually learn more if they're awake. So I try to also bring in some humor into the business.
Yeah, and I think that's definitely needed. If you have an advice for not people who are attending, I think we explained already why people should attend our Workplace Ninja community in Switzerland. If I am a speaker in the workplace area, or I want to be a speaker, what advice would you give to one of them that want to make the step to speak on a conference like the Ninja Summit?
Well, first of all, everyone has to start somewhere, so don't be afraid. I always say that whatever kind of crowd you have, you should aim to give something so that you can please 80% of the people. Stop trying to aim for that perfection, because the honest answer is that you'll always have 20% of the crowd who are in a bad mood, or toilet paper is too
or always
itchy,
negative.
or always negative. So don't take it too hard. Also, if you want to get into any kind of speaking engagements, I've seen a few people do it here in events outside of the MVP Summit, where they've hosted like sessions for some maybe some sponsor or something, but they had their friends sitting and taking a video with a mobile phone. Nothing professional, just a video with a mobile phone. I choose hundreds of speakers every year. I run 2 conferences in US as well, so I would say that the only way for me to get an idea if someone should be put on stage or not is to actually see that video. I don't care what the quality is, I just need to see that.
Yeah.
Of course, topics have to be good. It's not that, but in the beginning especially, it helped me out a lot that I had a very poor quality video filmed in MCT Summit 2012, I think. And
that was here?
No, that was in Helsinki.
Helsinki.
And someone just filmed. No, it's actually not. No, that was somewhere else. Maybe in UK. But anyway,
Doesn't matter.
Someone filmed it with a very shaky camera.
Yeah.
And then I sent it to Michael Niehaus, who was still working for Microsoft at that time. And that's finally when I was able to prove to him that I can actually speak, because I have hundreds of materials written. I have blog posts, I have tweets, whatever. But the problem is that if I publish something in my own language, which is one of the smallest language groups in the world, which means that then no one understands it. So I was not able to prove to the people that had to pick new speakers. I had been speaking publicly in Finland for a decade, but it doesn't help at all, because no English material was there. So I would totally recommend just get a small shottage of your...
From a Dutch perspective, I think I will go with that, because the Dutch language is also not that big. If you have the opportunity to show what you have, and the topic needs to be good. Probably if you have an issue that you're working on and you have solved that, present that and make a few slides of that, and take the stage. Probably first in a local meetup, and then make the step to a bigger conference. But exactly.
User groups are a phenomenal place anyways. Just find some local user group and make a presentation. PowerPoints don't need to be too flashy. Don't over engineer your slides, because honestly, like, that's just a very minimal background image on your presentation. So good demos and a little bit of switching tones and humor won't make it worse.
That makes it even better. Yeah, definitely. This call for sessions still open. You have heard what Sami said. Make an appointment with one of the guys in a local community, talk, and probably you can submit sessions and you will be selected to be on the Ninja Summit in Switzerland. If you want to visit us as an attendee, go to WPNinjas.eu, grab your ticket, and we will see each other in September. So thanks, Sami, for this recording. We will see each other in September.
We will see you then.
Okay.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
having me.